Hello everybody and welcome to the Eclectic Knitter podcast. My name of course is Raylene. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Kamana Knits. Show notes for this episode can be found at theeclecticknitter.com. Episodes are only posted to YouTube and then they're linked on the blog. What else do I need to say? If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I hope you enjoy this episode. If you're a new viewer, thank you for watching, even though I am relentlessly adjusting. And I hope you come back. I really do. It is Sunday, November 18th. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time. I was going to record a little bit earlier, but didn't. And it's been a little cloudy all day, so I'm using the light from the kitchen over here, and I've tilted myself so it's not as much of a shadow on this side. I do have the blinds open, but apparently it's not making much of a difference. I have Cyrus back and he's over here and he's wanting all the attention because I'm talking. So we make a Cyrus cameo. You want to come up? Oh, all right. That's all we get? Okay. Just the nose? Just the tip, as it were. Anyway, it's been a week since I recorded. I am trying to record more regularly. The issue is I don't knit that fast, I feel. Or maybe I do, but I don't spend enough time knitting. That's maybe perhaps a bit more accurate most days. I do play World of Warcraft, and that involves raiding with the group like 3 nights a week. Later on tonight being one of them. And then with the dog and work, it's just been an adjustment a little bit. But yeah, it's overall been good. Cyrus has been home for a week as well. I went to Regina last weekend and picked him up, and he's been fine. It's like nothing changed. It's like we weren't apart for, 11 months. It's like everything is just the way it always was. Yes, that's how it is. So yeah, he's really good. Still lazy as ever. Went to the off-leash park yesterday, so that was nice. Knitting, that's what you come here for, right? In theory. It may be a shorter episode today. Like I said, I don't have that much to show knitting-wise. I guess we'll start off with what I'm wearing. This is my Branches and Buds pullover. The pattern is by Carrie Bostic Hodge or Hogue. This was knit out of Barrett Wool Co. Wisconsin Spun Sport. This is, the gray is Quaker Gray, the bare or the white is Natural or Bare or something. I bought it as a kit from the Barrett Wool Co. website. I'm finding the yarn a little bit prickly on the inside of my arms, and I'm noticing that the fit maybe isn't the greatest, but it does fit. I don't know. I don't know if it's the yarn or if it's just, this is my first circular yoked sweater that I've knit, so I guess I'll stand up and show you the boobs, as Gender Knit would say, I guess. So I think it fits okay, just maybe not 100% okay. I don't know how to explain it. Other than that, I have no finished objects, either knitting or spinning. I actually haven't touched my wheel this last week. The place that I'm in has all hardwood or laminate flooring, and I'm finding that while I'm spinning, the treadling, the pushing of treadling is, because I've traditionally been spinning with my wheel quite far away from me, and then I sit back. And I'm finding that the pressure of me treadling with my feet is causing the wheel to slip. So I'm not quite sure what to do about that. What are you doing? Yeah, you. Sorry, he was digging at something in the corner. I don't know why. Welcome to living on a major street. Sorry about the sirens. So no finished objects, either knitting or spinning. I have not touched my soiree sweater this week at all. I haven't even moved the stitch marker from when I showed it to you last. But I did make progress on some stuff. So the first thing I have here is I finished the main body of the socks for my, these are going to be Afterthought heel socks. They have no heels. This is Nomadic Yarns Brit sock in the Such Great Heights color. This is pretty much the base that I buy all of her yarns in. I love it. It's a 2-ply. It's BFL nylon. It's quite smushy and wonderful and makes wonderful socks. So those, I finished the second one, and I just need to do heels, but I don't really feel like doing heels right now, so that may wait a while before they get heels. Been thinking about just knitting a bunch of socks and then doing heels all at once, and then I'm like, then I have to do a whole bunch of heels. The only other thing that I really knit on this week is a new cast on. My mom recently asked if I had a pair of socks sitting around that would fit her. She wants to give a pair of socks to one of my aunts. My dad has 13 brothers and sisters, so I have a lot of aunts. I can't remember which one, and it doesn't even matter. And so she said she was going to pay for them and whatever. But all of the socks, like I have a wire basket that I use to put all my socks into, and they're all for me. She thinks I have a bin of random socks of random sizes sitting around, but no, they're all mine. And the one pair that I did have that was knit for a friend but has never gotten sent out that I figured I could offer, and the friend doesn't know that they're knit for her, so it was supposed to be a surprise. But anyway, were too big for my mom, and so she didn't think they would fit my aunt either. So I pulled out this skein of opal and offered it to her because I know that she's going to want something more reasonably priced. And I mean, this is still 18 Canadian for a skein, but that's not 50 for self-striping, including shipping and exchange and everything. So I have started this Friday night. So I have done this much of the cuff, and I'm actually doing a traditional heel flap and gusset, which I cannot remember the last time I did a traditional heel flap and gusset. But that is what I'm doing because I don't actually know what size. My mom just said to knit them her size. So I don't know if my aunt has an unusually deep instep or whatever, so I figured I would knit a heel flap and gusset just to make sure that they have a better chance at fitting properly. So yeah, that's what I've been knitting on. That's about it. So like I said, not a whole lot. I'm still spinning on the hedgehog fibers, but like I said, I haven't picked up or I haven't grabbed my wheel at all this week. I actually haven't been sitting out in the living room at all because Cyrus can't cuddle with me here, so he sits in the dirty laundry pile, which is over there where he's sitting right now, and stares at me and gives me side eye. So we spend a lot of time in the bedroom because he can get up on the bed and then he can cuddle or at least touch me while he's sleeping because that's what he wants to do. So yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, let's see, I have a lot of stuff I want to cast on. I'm playing with ideas of other things. Most of it is sweaters, but I thought I had lost my gloves. I knit a pair of the winter warmer mittens by Susan B. Anderson, sorry. Winter warmer, winter warmth, winter something, just basic mittens, worsted weight. And I knit a lining into them, so I knit the outside in Sweet Georgia Yarns Glacial colorway, and then I knit the lining in a sport weight Angora Merino, I think it's alpaca blend, Angora Merino Alpaca by Cascade. It's Cascade Fresco, I think it's Cascade. Yarn name is Fresco. I had leftovers. So I knit linings out of that, so they're like double thickness, and then the Angora blend is really fuzzy, like as I'm wearing it, it's getting fuzzier. So they're really warm, but I thought I had lost one of them. So I had it in my mind that I needed to knit myself another pair of mittens, which I don't really enjoy knitting mittens. So I was playing around with a bunch of stuff, and I pulled out some hand spun, and I decided I was going to knit a pair of mittens out of this. So this is Hello Yarn Fin. It's a 2-ply in the hello, thank you, hello, thank you colorway. I spun this earlier this year. Like I said, it's a 2-ply. And then I did a wraps per inch test on this baby, which I'd never done. It's been washed. And it came out with 16 wraps. 16 wraps per inch on my little Foxy wraps per inch tool, which makes it at a lace weight. I did not want to knit socks or gloves out of a lace weight. So then I dug through my bin of hand knits and I found my other glove. So I didn't need to knit a glove out of this, but I had already wound this. So I think I'm going to do I have like 440 yards or something. It's not super washed. There's no nylon. Not that that necessarily means anything. I may try knitting socks out of it, but I've also thought about knitting a sock head hat out of it. It's a little bit more, it's not soft. It's not super soft, at least. It's not super prickly either, but it does feel more hard wearing, so socks may actually be a good fit for it. It's probably a light fingering lace weight, so I'm thinking on zeros. I could maybe knit socks out of it, or like I said, I'll do a sock head hat. I may knit a little bit of a sock, see how that fabric is working up, and then decide. I feel like it is fairly loosely plied from looking at it, which doesn't really bode well for socks necessarily. I don't know if that's going to focus. It does, but it's not very clear. I feel like it's fairly loosely plied, which is an issue I've had with my hand spun. So this will soon either be a sock head hat or a pair of socks. Not sure. I've been looking through, I spent some time today looking through all the Brooklyn Tweed lookbooks and stuff because I love their aesthetic. I have a sweater quantity of their Shelter in cast iron, which is a black. Basically, it's like a super, super dark gray. So it's got some flecks of like lighter gray or white in it, but it is mostly black. So I want to find something where I either want a very basic like pullover or maybe something with really big cables. I just want something classic and easy to wear. So I haven't decided if it's going to be a pullover or a cardigan yet. I think a cardigan with a really nice shawl collar would be nice with it, that I could use it as like a layering piece. But I wear pullovers more than I wear cardigans, so it's kind of up in the air as far as what I'm going to do. And then I have so many sweater quantities. I want to work through some more of them. So I've been going through and trying to match sweater quantities to patterns that I want to knit. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I want to cast on everything. I don't really want to knit on my soiree sweater, but I am stopping myself from casting on another sweater. Once I get into it, like once I actually pick it up and start working on it, I do enjoy it. It's just getting myself to pick it up. So that's kind of a problem, I guess. Otherwise, podcasts I've been watching. I have been, of course, keeping up with the standards. Woolenvine, Stranded, Knitting Samurai has been uploading podcasts again, which is great. I really missed her. Karen from Around the Twist is uploading. I enjoy her podcasts. I have lost all touch with basically Knit Girls and Stockinette Zombies. Sometimes I feel like with some of the more established podcasts that do a lot of other stuff outside of just the podcast, like ZK or SSK or you know, they get a lot of stuff for book reviews, or there's just a lot of other stuff included in the podcast that I'm not necessarily interested in, like the administrative or book reviews or whatever. That just doesn't interest me, so I kind of lose touch with it. I'm also, I think, a couple episodes behind on Dramatic Knits. Again, it's sometimes I'm just not feeling it. Fat Squirrel, of course, I'm caught up on. I've almost caught up on a newer podcast that's been mentioned a whole bunch of times on various other ones, Dunder Knits, Knitting Vicariously, and I'm really enjoying that. So that's good. It's fun. She's glorious, I guess, would be the right term. But I really enjoy watching her, even when she's showing off stuff she bought at Rhinebeck. I don't usually watch haul videos, but I did watch that one to the end. So that was nice. And overall, just kind of same old, same old. I'm not reading anything particular right now. And I baked bread yesterday. I used a recipe from the Mennonite Girls Can Cook website. And they have a harvest wheat bread, which is using whole wheat flour, all-purpose flour, and rye flour. And the recipe that they have makes 4 medium-sized loaves. I'm one person. So I only have 2 loaf pans. My KitchenAid stand mixer got overheated trying to knead all that and like cut out on me. So I finished kneading it by hand. Yay. And then I did 2 loaves, and then I got 12 decent-sized buns out of it, and then promptly ate like 5 of the buns for supper last night. Mom asked what I was having for supper, and I'm like, bread? Because there's nothing better than fresh baked bread with honey on it. So, yeah, that was totally had bread for supper. Today, I think I'm going to be making cookies. I think they will be oatmeal chocolate chip, because those are my favorite. And the dog's sleeping on the laundry again. So, dirty laundry, by the way. So yeah, I'm going to go and do some knitting and do some stuff, baking and making supper, because it is almost that time. And I hope you guys have a good week or two. And I will talk to you later. Bye.